People don't always say what they mean. This is GameBuddy.
And this is CyberLink. So we finally see Knuckles integrated into one of the TV shows. After missing out on both Saturn and Adventures, it's nice to see everyone's favorite echidna get some animated love.
Yeah, too bad it had to be through Sonic Underground. I wouldn't wish association with that show on my worst enemies.
You mean YouTube trolls?
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you, especially when your debut episode is filled with errors, logical mistakes, plot holes, poor writing. It's at times like these when we like to say,
Sonic Underground really sucks. After hearing a rumor that Queen Alina was sighted on the floating island, Sonic and his siblings traveled there to investigate. The rumors also state that the visitors should beware the echidna, but Sonic is unimpressed. Sleet and Dingo arrive about the same time under Robotnik's orders with the intention of turning the echidna against Sonic and claiming the Chaos Emerald for the boss. Unfortunately, they get caught in a trap right off the bat and come face to face with the echidna himself, Knuckles, accompanied by his pet dinosaur, Chomps. Sleet uses a very unconvincing holoprojector video to trick Knuckles into thinking the Hedgehog trio are after the emerald, and like the gullible idiot he is, falls for it and lets the henchmen go. The siblings find a sacred pool that reveals Alina was on the island, but Knuckles takes the opportunity to attack, claiming Sonic, Sonia, and Manic to be thieves. He and Sonic duke it out for a while, but the three hedgehogs eventually fall into Knuckles' traps. Sonic gets out and resumes the battle, but Sonia and Manic opt to explore the island's underground caves. Sonic and Knuckles' clash heats up and almost ends with Knuckles falling off the island, but Sonic saves him and sets the record straight. At the same time, Sonia and Manic find Chomps, who has swallowed the holoprojector, and help him spit it up, convincing him to take them to Sleet and Dingo. Speaking of those two, they find the emerald within the caves and grab it, causing the island to start falling. The two almost manage to escape, but Dingo drops the emerald, and Sleet orders their SWAT-bot forces to retrieve it while they retreat. Cue fight scene with royal siblings and Knuckles battling all the SWAT-bots, which of course results in victory. The emerald is restored and the island begins floating once more as Knuckles reveals that Alina once visited the island when he was a kid, prophesying that he would one day be among the trio's greatest allies in the fight against Robotnik.
Sound alright, eh? Nothing's illogical? Well, this is where the bottom 5 will prove you wrong.
We gotta find those emeralds. Gotta find those emeralds.
Okay guys, I know this is a cartoon and everything, but seriously, this shouldn't be physically possible. I mean, think about it. First off, I'm shocked that Chomps didn't choke on the projector as it was going down, but I don't know, maybe his esophagus is tougher than one would think. Bigger issue though is how the hell does the image project through his nose? I mean, you don't need to be a biology professor to see that it's not a straight shot from the esophagus or stomach to the nasal cavity and out through the nostrils. There's a very obvious curve preventing that. And even if you were somehow to alter his internal body structure so there were no obstructions, most of the light from the projector would be displayed against the wall of his internal organs. So all that would come out would be a very small portion in the center, most likely leaving you with nothing but a tiny shot of one of their stomachs. And on that note, if the sound is coming from the holoprojector, shouldn't it be muffled, by the enormous dinosaur body it's currently lodged in? Even in a show about a talking blue hedgehog that can surpass the speed of sound, this is beyond realistic. It just doesn't physics. Number 5, nasal nonsense.
You know the plan. Turn the echidna against the hedgehogs and get me the Chaos Emerald.
Gotta cruise, dudes. We gotta find that Chaos Emerald before that dopey defender Knuckles gets us.
Allies will unite with my children. First among them will be Knuckles, guardian of the Chaos Emerald.
Yes, you gotta find the Chaos Emerald. Keep the Chaos Emerald out of Robotnik's reach. The fate of the world lies with whoever controls the Chaos Emerald. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Any Sonic fan worth their salt will tell you that Knuckles is the guardian of the Master Emerald. Not Chaos, Master. I knew the difference between the two when I was 5. What's your excuse, scriptwriters? And what's more, Hollow Sonic even says, we gotta find those emeralds. They can't even keep the numbers straight. Look, if you want to do a Get the Chaos Emerald story, that's fine. If you want to do a Get the Master Emerald story, that's fine too. But do us all a favor and learn to distinguish between them, especially considering this is basic knowledge for the series you're supposedly using as source material. Number 4, Master Disaster.
Huh? Oh. Whoa, take a chill pill, dude. You're way too excited. Obviously, you haven't heard about the famous hedgehog speed. All right, take your best shot. That wasn't very nice. Need a hand? Just a little joke there.
What? Whoa!
Wow, Knuckles, that's your fighting style? Aimlessly swinging your arms around fast like you're winding up for a baseball pitch? How do you expect to even hit somebody like that? Actually, if you look closely, many times his arms are completely stationary when he does it, so in actuality he's just spinning his wrists around really fast. Which begs the question, A, how can he expect to have any force whatsoever behind the attack, and B, how can he do that for so long without suffering the worst case of carpal tunnel ever? And on that note, half the time when he uses it for digging, he starts burrowing into the ground without even touching the surface with his arms. It's like he has drills in the bottom of his shoes, or his feet secrete some sort of acidic substance that eats away at the dirt. Finally, why is he so concerned about falling off the cliff? Couldn't he just glide forward and climb back up the side of the island like in the games? Or did he just conveniently forget? I mean, it makes no sense. The idea of taking this awesome, beloved character and so severely gimping his abilities leaves me absolutely baffled, and it only makes me hate this show even more. Number 3, Wrists of Fury.
Following their quest, my children continue to learn one lesson, that things are not always what they seem.
Ouch!
G-Animation team, you did a great job of capturing the natural beauty of the floating island. It looks just like it did on the Genesis, right down to the smallest detail. And by that, I mean it looks nothing like it. I mean, come on, Angel Island is supposed to be primarily made up of lush jungles and ancient ruins, with the occasional desert, volcano, or snow-covered area here and there. This floating island, however, is dominated by a dead forest, beneath which lies a subterranean labyrinth laced with crystal walls. I'm sorry, but unless they were in the beta and got cut out at the last minute, I don't remember Decaying Woodland Zone and Shiny Cavern Zone being among the stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. By the time this episode was made, those games had been out for nearly half a decade. Are you telling me no one on the team had played them or thought to use even a bit of the game itself for visual reference? In case you didn't get the hint from numbers 3 and 4, allow me to make it even more clear. Do some research on your source material! Number 2, Not So Angelic Island.
But Chomps will. So, did you get that thing from a big round guy with a mustache? What about a big ugly dog kind of guy with a little sleazeball?
Sleeping Dingo. Nice work, bro. Can you take us to them?
Why? Just why? Why does Chomps exist at all? What on earth could have possibly given anyone the indication that Knuckles would have, needed, or even want a pet dinosaur? He barely even serves the plot outside of eventually leading Sonia and Manic to Sleet and Dingo. You could literally cut him out entirely and just have Sonia and Manic find their way to the Emerald Chamber on their own. And there would be barely any difference. And just look at his character design. It's like a demented cross between the Bio-Lizard and Barney the Dinosaur crossed with Yoshi. I don't understand the writer's motivation in making such a bizarre addition to the cast. And frankly, I don't think I ever will, nor do I particularly care to. If you ask me, more than any other Sonic character in history, this is the one that needs to be eternally forgotten. I would rather bring back Ray, Bark, Void, Heavy, Elise, and Tiara Bubowski before even considering resurrecting Chomps from his well-deserved grave. Number 1, the Bio-Loser.
Alright, quick recap. Number 5, Nasal Nonsense.
Number 4, Master Disaster.
Number 3, Wrists of Fury.
Number 2, Not So Angelic Island.
And number 1, the Bio-Loser.
Hey, it's end of show time. Here are the websites you can find us at, so tell all your friends and let's embrace the fact that, well, that no one likes Sonic Underground. Like, at all. Seriously, just go watch Sad AM instead, or even Adventures of Sonic. They're both on Netflix. And you'll walk away in a much better mood than you would have after sitting through this crap.
And that'll just about do things for episode 19 of WTF Underground. We hope we've opened your eyes to what was just illogical in this episode of the Sonic Underground series. This is CyberLink.
And this is GameBuddy.
Join us next time as we take a scathing look at...
There they are! Get them!
Oh crap, they're onto us!
Oh jeez!
Here goes nothing. Huh?